Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Guddu Bhai with Chance. Today in the episode we have Jinansh Mehta with us. He is studying MSc International Finance and Investment in Northumbria University, UK. So today he is going to share his experience with us. So without any further ado, let's get started. So hi Jinansh, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. So tell us about your journey to the UK. What did you do before coming to the UK?
So I spent I did my schooling in Muscat, Oman since my parents were living there. I mean, they are still living there to be honest. And after doing my schooling, I came to Mumbai. I did my bachelor's in management studies, specializing in finance from Nasimunji College of Commerce and Economics, which is affiliated to University of Mumbai. And whilst I was doing my bachelor's, I was also pursuing professional accounting from through ACCA, which is the acronym for Associate Certified Chartered Accountancy, it's basically the UK version of the Indian CA, which we have in India. After completing my bachelor's, for 1 year I did my ACCA, and then I wanted to finish maximum papers in those 1 year, and then I got placed at Delloite India as an internal auditor, and I worked there for 1 month in the financial service industry. And then I came to UK to pursue my master's in international finance and investment.
So what does your course comprise of, and what is the insights you would like to give about the course?
Yeah, so MSc International Finance and Investment is basically, it comes out in two formats. One is your 1 year course and the other one is your 2 year course, which is called, it consists of a module called the advanced practice. So advanced practice is basically you, in the first year you do your studies, and in the second year, in the first 3 months, first 6 months you'll be doing your internship, for 3 months you'll be doing your internship, and then you'll be writing a report on that internship, what have you learned, and then towards the end you do your dissertation. So basically this course involves using statistical tools such as e-views and how statistics helps in having a better judgment of finance, and how does it help in the financial world. So basically you'll be using software such as eViews, Bloomberg Terminal, your trading rooms. You'll be learning how to develop a portfolio. You'll be having some ethical subjects as well, such as leadership and management, wherein you'll be taught how to become a leader, how to become an effective leader, and those kind of things. You'll be also learning about different forms of financial institutions which are currently existing in the market, such as your banks, your broker banks, and those kind of things.
That's fantastic. Why did you choose UK to come for your study abroad destination?
So the main reason for choosing UK is everyone knows it is the financial hub in the European European continent, and it's one of the best. All the universities are public universities. That's the first thing, and the second thing is all of them are accredited across all the Commonwealth countries as well. And the third thing is that they had started out they had bought in the post-study work visas again, and the graduate route, and that's the main reason why I chose UK as my preferred destination for studying.
Why did you choose Northumbria University, and which other universities you applied?
So the other university which I applied for were University of Leeds, Coventry University, Newcastle University of Newcastle, Northumbria, and the last one was Hertfordshire. So I got my offer letters in Northumbria, Newcastle, Leeds, and Hertfordshire, but unfortunately I didn't get it in your Coventry. So the reason why I chose Northumbria University was that when I compared with the other universities mainly focused on the theoretical aspects of the modules instead of learning the practical aspects, whereas Northumbria was, even the testing pattern, the assignment, the coursework which we had were mainly focused on the practical aspects of using those statistical tools instead of learning the theory behind those statistical tools. And Northumbria has a very good name with respect to the business world. They have a lot of the mentors are good. They have very good networking with their passed out students as well. So that were all the reasons why I chose Northumbria University.
So how's the course going so far? And any insights you would like to give the students?
So the first day of my course, which was a taught course, was mainly remote learning. Like we were just learning on our ELP website or the Blackboard, on the Blackboard itself. It was quite challenging at first because you don't understand some kind of some concepts because you have not learned them in bachelor's. But the professors are quite good; like they'll help you out in that way. The coursework was very good. Like since we learned all the practical aspects, or like we were applying the practical aspects, so it was easy to understand, especially for me, since I don't like rote learning. With respect to what is going on right now, is that my advanced practice just got over, and like I did my internship at one of the financial companies which is based in London. So it was good as well. Unfortunately, I would suggest the other students who think of coming to to Northumbria or any other university who are providing you the second year, like the advanced practice route as well, that not take the advanced practice, as the university doesn't help you in finding the internship. They'll put you in a business clinic where, like, in case you don't find an internship, they'll put you in a business clinic wherein you will be involved with some other client, and it won't add benefit to your course. To be honest, you'll be learning something else rather than learning about the investment world. You'll be learning some about the accountancy or the other financial aspects. So it won't add to your course. It won't add any relevance to your course. And I do not know, like, but there are some agents in India, they misguide you by saying that the university is going to help you with the internship, but unfortunately no, they didn't help me. I was the one, I had to find my internships on my own, and I'm not saying that I'm proud of that, but the one thing is, like, in the whole of the I5 student, like the international finance and investment students, I was the only one who had secured an internship. So that was one thing where you can see, like, how tough it is to find an internship, especially during these times where jobs itself are not certain. So I would suggest all the students to not take the advanced practice route. Masters is supposed to be a 1-year course. It is supposed to be challenging. You're supposed to do your dissertation in 6 months along with your other assignments from your semester 1 and 2. So it should be that way. And I was just stressing on the point to not take the advanced practice route. Yeah.
So now we have talked a lot about the studies. Let's talk about the life. How's the life in UK? How happening is it? Or anything which you miss about India?
So for the students who are coming to UK from metropolitan cities like Chennai, Bangalore, or Mumbai, and especially to, like, cities, like, it's not going to be the same. London is pretty much close to those kind of cities, but like if you go to other cities like Newcastle, where I'm currently based at, or if you go to Leeds or those kind of cities, you are not going to find it. You're not going to find the same vibe what you had back home. So I would suggest, like, to be mentally prepared when you come to UK. The second thing is the weather is quite gloomy, so it's quite depressing at times. It rains anytime. It is sunny anytime. Unfortunately, it doesn't snow much. It did snow this year, but it's going to be tough. Initially, it's going to be tough, but you'll be used to the weather. Just give 1 year's time, and you'll be used to the weather, and everything else is fine.
How's the situation of part-time jobs in the UK? How was your experience applying for them? Are you currently working anywhere?
So I came in the UK in September 2020. Like just 1 week after coming in to UK, there was a lockdown which went the lockdown was till April 2021. So once the lockdown was over, I finally got a part-time job as a support worker. Like I was working with children, or with children who had mental disabilities, dyslexic children, and then it was quite an unusual job, and hence I had to leave that job, and I worked for a fruit factory for 2 months after quitting working as a support worker. So when I worked as a as a production operative at the fruit factory, it was again, the work was quite labor intensive, and hence I had to choose. So the thing is, doing a part-time job is not that easy. Like it's quite tough initially, but you get used to it. But fruit factory was not a thing which you get used to it. To be honest, it's quite tough to work over there. It's quite cold, and hence I had to leave that job. Then I worked as a warehouse operative at Asda, which was quite good. It was They were paying me well, and it was not that labor intensive, and it was not mentally challenging as well while working at Asda. Unfortunately, I had to leave that job since I have to focus on my dissertation now, and that's the reason I left the job. But now, since there is no lockdown, the situation is quite better. Getting a part-time job is quite easy compared to last year. So for the students who are coming in to UK, they won't face that much issue. One thing I would like to say that try coming in at least 3 weeks before your course starts, because you have a lot of documentation required. You have to collect your BRP card, which at times it gets delayed. It comes after 2 weeks after you come to UK, so it can get delayed. You have to apply for something is called as an NI number, which is very much required for getting you into a job. So your NI number is a mandatory kind of a thing. That again takes a lot of time to come. It takes at times 2 weeks. It takes at times 6 months as well. So that's the thing. So come in as early as possible, like at least 2 weeks before your course starts is good. And especially looking at the quarantine rules and everything, you never know, the quarantine rules will change. So come in, like factor in those quarantine rules and come accordingly. And yeah, that's it.
Now, since you are towards the end of your course, what are the future plans you have?
So currently, to be honest, I'm just focusing on completing my dissertation on time and doing it effectively. Secondly, like I would love to work in London. It's something which I have dreamt for a long time. Working in it's, to be honest, I believe it's the financial capital of Europe, but not only Europe, it's financial capital of the world. And like after working in London, like at least for certain amount of time, I would think of moving ahead and just go with the flow. So that's it. So I'm not actually, to be honest, I've thought about what I'll be doing after working in London, or pursuing like working for certain time in London, and then what I'm going to do. I've not thought something about that. I'll be thinking about that later on. As the things go forward, I'll be thinking about that.
A word of advice for the students who are planning to their study abroad, and as a finance graduate, any insights you would like to give about the financial students or any other engineering backgrounds or students coming to Northumbria especially?
Firstly, specifically speaking to the finance students, is that when you're applying for any university, whether it's Northumbria or any other university which provides something called as an advanced practice thing, a second year thing, so I would suggest them not to take that. It's just my personal opinion, because it doesn't help much. That's the first thing. Second thing, the university, none of the university, whether any university it is, like whether it's Cambridge or Imperial or any of those universities, they don't help you with your internship. They help you with your placement in the future, but not with your finding your internship, because it's something it's a short term. It's just for 3 months, so they don't help you with your internships. And it's quite tough since you're new to the UK, and it's very tough to find an internship. Now, since the things have been settled down, then it might be easier, but it doesn't add something to your course. And the other thing is, like, in case you don't find an internship, they'll put you into a research program or into a business clinic kind of thing, that the way Northumbria has, wherein like you will be working with a client you'll be working with an outside client for them, and you'll be doing the same amount of work. But for finance students is that you won't be learning anything about investment banking. You'll be learning more about like you'll be like helping them with the accountancy aspects, whereas your budgeting and those things which you have learned in your 12th grade or during your bachelor's. So it doesn't help you that way. Now for the other students, for the engineering background, like advanced practice can be helpful for you guys. Like I have some certain friends of mine who have been doing quite well in their advanced training, because what you're learning right now in your bachelor's, you learn this, like you learn the practical aspects of the same thing even in the business clinic as well, in case you don't find an internship. So you'll be learning the same thing in business clinic as well. So that's it.
So that was the video, guys. I hope it helps you. I would like to thank Jinansh for his time today, and I would attach the Instagram handle of Jinansh's ID in the description so that he can help you for your any further queries. Thank you so much. So the champ for today is Jinansh Mehta. He is studying MSc. अरे यार तेरा कोर्स क्या है?
MSc International Finance and Investment with advanced practice.
From ऐसे टेली राइटर होना चाहिए जी मोदी की तरह हालत हो रहा है वो पीछे में भूल गया